Hey everyone, Tomo here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video, where today we are in Tomo's Adventures in Minecraft for a checkpoint video. Now what this video is going to be a world tour slash kind of update for the series. So if that does not interest you, then this is not the video for you. Also, there is going to be some timeline inconsistency in this episode because this is recorded after my 8-hour stream that I just did today. So the next couple episodes after this one are going to be made from that 8-hour stream. So some of the stuff that you're going to see in this world tour you haven't seen yet on the main Let's Play. So that's just a quick side note here. Also, we are extremely close to 400 subscribers. Currently, we are at 396, so if you haven't already and you want to, please subscribe. It would help a lot. Yeah, we're gonna get right into this. So just some little background information on this world. This world was started in Minecraft Pocket Edition Alpha 0.2.0, which is the first playable update of Minecraft Pocket Edition that added survival mode. And since then, we've been slowly upgrading the versions in between episodes. And yeah, this is the world that we've crafted so far. There's a lot of cool stuff to point out, so we'll get into that. Just some backstory for the series in general. I am playing through every update and edition of Minecraft, starting with Minecraft Bedrock with Pocket Edition, which is what we're doing right now. Then after this, I will move on to the Xbox 360 edition for title updates 1 through 70. And then after that, I will be playing the Java edition of the game. So yeah, there's going to be a lot that we're going to be playing. We're going to relive a lot of old Minecraft history. And once we're done with all these updates and versions, we're going to combine the three worlds that we're going to have together to make a giant, super cool historical world. But yeah, this is World 1, the Bedrock Edition / Pocket Edition world. And yeah, we'll get into touring this. So the building we're in right now is our main house. It is right here on the map. This is our first map. Here we are kind of standing in the common area, like it's the hub of the house, because eventually I do want to expand it out that way. I was planning to extend it back that way, but the seed that the world became after I made this world infinite basically made it was kind of perfect for the situation, but this whole area where you see the Pocket Edition old world type size, that was an island in the middle of the ocean in the normal seed. So it literally picked a seed that was an island in the middle of an ocean to put my Pocket Edition world that I created on 0.2.0, which ended up being perfect because all these areas that are ocean on the Pocket Edition map ended up like linking with this giant ocean. And it has some pretty spectacular views, and you can see some terrain out that way in that direction. So, out of all of the possible terrain-like possibilities I could have had, this is definitely the best one, and the one that looks the least ugly. Continuing on with the house here, we have a enchanted notch apple that we crafted. This chest just has a couple gold blocks from when we were doing nether reactors. Over here is kind of the crafting room / pseudo storage room. The main storage room is up there, but I don't have much stuff in this area. We have our bed there. We have a stone cutter, which is an old Pocket Edition exclusive block. And here we have some of the inventory that was in 0.2.0. So basically the story with that is in 0.2.0, since a lot of materials were unobtainable and or limited, they made all the items that were in the game at that point infinite. And when I upgraded the world to the next version that didn't have infinite items, it kept my inventory, so I was able to deposit it. So this is what part of the inventory looked like. And the other one's in this chest, I think. It has our first tools that we got from the inventory. We have our first diamond pickaxe here, and a lot of other useful items. Here is our nether chest, which has all of our nether stuff that we'd get from the nether reactor. We got a lot of quartz and glowstone and all that stuff. Here is kind of another Never Reactor chest. This is like the material resources it gave you, like quartz, flint, glowstone, sugarcane, mushrooms. We also have some gunpowder in here, which will be handy once we get elytras and fireworks. Over here we have obsidian, and a lot of it, and our precious resources, including a Never Reactor core. Now you might be wondering, how did I get this much obsidian? That is because right there, if you can see it, that black square, that is a mined out version of that thing, which is the old obsidian Never Reactor. So I did a live stream where I mined one of those out because I was curious to see how much obsidian it would be and how long it would take. Spoiler alert, it was 27 stacks of obsidian, and it took me 3 hours to mine it out, which was pretty cool. And then over there we have the Never Reactor that came in 0.6.0, I think, because the Never Reactor was added in 5.0, and it was the obsidian one, and then came the Netherrack one. But yeah, that's our resources. Up here, because the world size was limited and I needed a lot of gold, iron, and other resources, we did exploit a duplication glitch. So here we have some backup resources. I'm not going to use these for anything. If anything, I'm going to either leave them in here or use them for a beacon. So don't worry, I'm not going to use these diamonds and cheat and like do stuff with these. All these tools were crafted with legitimate diamonds. Here we have a stone, some wood, and track, and also some dirt. Now you may be wondering, why do I have the roof unfinished? That's because at this point in the game, the world height is right there. In the next update actually, it's going to be extended to from 128 to 256, so I'll be able to finish the roof, which I plan on doing. Over here we have my enchantment room where I do enchanting. It's one of 2 enchanting setups that I have in this world. The other one is at our blaze farm. We have some nice paintings up here. Yeah, we're going to go down here and leave the house and go explore the rest of the world. The cool thing about the Pocket Edition terrain is it made a lot of unique like hills and all this nice area here. Like, this is all natural Pocket Edition generation. Over down there we have our cow farm, which I use to get all the books for the bookshelf. I also made a lava creeper face in the side of the mountain just because. We can look at that more later. Here we have a minecart track that completely encircles the border of the world. Now, unfortunately, if you didn't know, Pocket Edition added powered rails in 0.8.0, and they didn't require redstone to be powered since redstone wasn't in the game yet. So, when the redstone update came out in 0.13.0, that added most of the redstone components. They changed it so that powered rails would need redstone power to work, so all of this is deactivated. One day I am going to go through and place a bunch of levers and reactivate it, but I just haven't had the time or the desire to do that. Yeah, down here we have the creeper face, which I guess can be like a trash can. I was going to build like a little base behind here, and I still might, but it's not a priority much anymore ever since I made the ranch base, which we'll see later. Over here we have some glitched trees. It is the structure of an oak tree, and it has oak leaves, but actually, if you look here, it has spruce logs, which is a weird terrain generation thing that I'm pretty proud of having. Over here we have our farming area. This is a giant mob grinder that I built in 0.7.0, I think. And it was really extremely effective, and it worked really well until one update, it just stopped working. It should work again in a future update, but I don't use it for mob drops much anymore since dungeons are in the game now, and they're more reliable. Here we have a little crop farm that I pillaged because I needed crops at my new base, so I didn't bother replanting it. Here we got melons and pumpkins. Over here we have another giant crop farm that I made. I like making huge wheat fields, so that's the motivation behind that. But again, I wasn't here long enough to fully fill it out with seeds and stuff. Over there we have a little watchtower thing. It's not very tall, but it does the job. and it was also a way for me to find my way around the world, because you may be wondering how I could get lost in a world this size, but that's because the render distance was insanely short in those old versions, so I needed that to be able to find my way around the world. Over here we have some decorations that I have around the world. I built these pink, like, fake cherry blossom trees and some fake mushrooms, just to give the world some decoration, because it didn't have much of it. Back here in the cave, we have the subscriber mine, which I made to shout out the viewers of my live stream. I made a little competition to see who would have the best mine point value wise. So I'd mine in a straight line until I hit the world border, and then whatever ores I would have gotten in that mine, I assigned a point value, and whoever had the most points won. So here are some of the names I have over here. We have Crimal with 59 points, Zelinator with 85 points, Pizza Leader with 74 points, Evan with 80 points, Chelsea with 46 points, Halo Kid with 56 points, Gamerzone with 118 points, who I think is the winner, FK, who got 85 points, and Blockman, who got 102 points. So Gamerzone was the winner of that. I might do that again now at my new area. I also have a tree down there so I could get wood, because I didn't like going up and down this ladder a million times because it was really slow. But yeah, we're going to go up here. But I want to thank each and every one of my subscribers and my viewers and people who come and say hi to me on streams. Thank you all so much. Without you all, this world would not be what it is today, and I appreciate each and every one of you. It's been an amazing time on this world, and it's only the beginning of this project. Now, coming over here, we're going to check out our other builds. Over there, I have a little mini brick pyramid that I built in as kind of like a statue depicting the InfDev days, where you could find brick pyramids out in the middle of oceans. I thought it would be cool to build one, so I did. It's not that big, but it does the job. Here I have a golden L. If you know, you know. Over here I have a fake Aver portal that I built just for history's sake. That's like a nod to the Aver, one of the first and greatest mods for Minecraft. Over here we have a fake Nether portal that I built before Nether portals existed. Here we have the Obsidian Nether reactor. It's where the Nether portal for this part of the world is. I think it looks really nice. Here we have our Nether wart, which is where we're growing our potion supplies. And then back here we have where I brew the potions, as well as some ingredients. We're not going to go through the portal yet. Over here, we have the beginning of a Nether-style village that I'm building. This is the library. It's currently empty, but one day I'll add some stuff to it. Over here, we have the Netherrack reactor, which I think is really cool, because in an update between 0.9.0 and 0.12.0, something happened with the ore generation and everything, and it replaced a bunch of the stone in the world that's underground with andesite, diorite, granite, and ores, and it ended up changing some of the netherrack blocks to ore blocks and andesite, because all this didn't exist when the netherrack nether reactor existed. So it's cool that it like replaced some of the blocks. A lot of people are like, just get rid of it and replace it with Netherrack, but I like having it this way because I don't want to interfere with too many of the natural builds in my world, and I think it's really cool that some weird glitch happened that made all of this like happen. Over here we have a Nether reactor, like a little memorial for the Nether reactor. I still need to get like one piece of cobblestone. We'll do it right now, so that we can finish that. But the Nether reactor, if you didn't know, was Pocket Edition's way of getting Nether resources before the Nether dimension existed. So you would make a little cobblestone structure like that. Can we just get to stone? Get some air real quick. You'd make a thing out of gold and stone like that, in that shape, and then you would tap the Nether reactor core with a sword, and you would get the Nether reactor. And you would fight off pigmen, and it would give you a bunch of resources, and then in the end it would leave that there in its place. Which is pretty cool. So I have a little memorial for it here. It has the gold and the cobblestone, and it's in one of the obsidian ones that I mined out. Interesting. But I think that's everything that's in this area. So now we're going to go to our new area in the new terrain that we have out in that direction, I think. Something like that, somewhere out there. And yeah, I call it the ranch base because it started out as a giant wheat field and cow farm, but then I kind of started like making all these crazy builds out there. So that's what I call it, the cow ranch base. I think I'm gonna have 4 main bases in this like world. We have the Pocket Edition base, the ranch base. When 1.18 comes out, I'll have the mountain base, and then when 1.13 comes out, which is going to be relatively soon, not when it comes out, but when I get to it, I will have an ocean base, which is pretty cool. This is our Nether. This is what the Nether looked like pre 1.16, or some call it the Pocket Edition Nether. It's all of the Nether waste biome, and when I have it on peaceful mode because I didn't want to have to deal with all the monsters that spawn, but it spawns gas like crazy in this update. But we're gonna go this way, and then down across this sketchy cobblestone bridge. Now the interesting thing about this Nether Fortress is it has our Blaze Farm in it, which I'll show off a little bit later. But for some reason, the game doesn't count it as a Nether Fortress anymore because blazes don't spawn on the bridge and Wither skeletons don't spawn. So I had to go and find an all-new fortress to collect a Wither skeleton in. And we need to go this way. Yeah, this is going to be the ranch base. When I saw the Nether portal put me in a cave, I was a little bit worried because I thought it was going to be super duper deep underground. But it turns out it was relatively close to the surface. And this is what we ended up building up here. We built a ranch base, which is really, really cool. I really like this place. It's a nice and peaceful little farming area that I built. This is a vine and sugarcane farm, because it's a sugarcane farm that I put a bunch of vines over so that I could collect vines. We also have a chicken here who lays eggs all the time, so I guess it's a chicken farm too. We might as well trap the chicken in there. Don't know if this works, but I don't want that to screw up the sugarcane farm, but yeah. It gives us a bunch of eggs and a bunch of sugarcane. It's not very fast, and I want to keep building it up, but this is where we mainly get sugarcane. Over here we have the cow farm, which is why I named it the ranch. It's where I get all my leather and my food supply, because I currently eat a lot of steak in this world. Here we have my massive wheat field farm, which I have a bunch of crops. I also have a dock here and some cactus, melons, and pumpkins. And here we have my new house, which I am currently building right now. I took a lot of inspiration from a big block palette that I decided I'd want for this house. Because the other one was just cobblestone and stone bricks, since those were the only real building blocks in the game at that point. So for this, I wanted to step it up and introduce like a block palette. So I have andesite, cobblestone, and then cracked mossy and normal stone bricks. And I think it turned out really nicely so far. I put all the stairs around because I thought that would look cool. Made thick posts. And the wheat field continues out here, and I really love the way this turned out. Over here we have our crafting and furnaces and our storage room. It's labeled pretty nicely. These are all the resources I have in this. The upstairs is not done yet. It's still a work in progress. And then over there we have my skeleton horse pen, which I have an absolute insane amount. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I think. And then over there we have my wool farm. But yeah, that's all of the major stuff in the world. And then I also have a Neverwort farm out there, which is pretty cool, but I'm in love with this world. The last thing I think I'm going to show off in this episode is the Blaze farm. But that's kind of what I've done the past, I guess, 26 episodes of this world. I have 2 really cool bases. I'm working on getting some solid gear and stuff, because I do want to fight the Wyver sometime soon. I think either the next stream or the stream after that, and the Ender Dragon. Which the Wyver is currently available to us right now, but the Ender Dragon isn't till the next update. So I am gonna hopefully be able to defeat the Ender Dragon in the next update. And then I should be able to get shulker boxes and end cities and all that in the next update too. Hopefully. Yeah, back here in the Nether, we're going to go in the Nether Fortress that's no longer considered a Nether Fortress to check out the Blaze farm, which also has our second enchanting area. Ooh, keep forgetting how creepy the Nether is in this, with the old C418 music. Yeah, it's a little bit sketchy because, like, I didn't build this thinking I was going to need, like, all these walls and stuff, but as one of my viewers, Crimals, pointed out, this is perfect spot for a gas to just shoot me off into the lava. Yeah, this is where I was trying to get a bunch of Wyver skeletons, but none of them would ever spawn. But over here we have a Blaze spawner, which contains our Blaze farm. There's our second enchanting station, where we also have an anvil and a bunch of enchanted books. These are all the enchantments that are going to go on our armor here once I repair it. Yeah, this is the Blaze farm. It's not that high tech, but I'm really proud of it anyway. The fences here are so that they can't shoot fireballs at the floor and light it on fire and destroy all the drops. And then the way the slabs are arranged, I can hit them, but they can't shoot me. So I just walk around here and I smack them all until they die and give me a bunch of XP, which I think is really cool. Yeah, after this, I'm going to enchant my armor, go to the new Nether Fortress, which I'm not going to show off in today's episode because I don't really see the point in doing so. Get perfect armor, and then we'll fight the Wyver, and then hopefully the Ender Dragon. And I think it's only a couple updates after that until we're on to the 360 edition, which is pretty exciting. This is not the way out. This is... Oh, this is sketch. Yeah, as I'm walking back to the base to end the episode, I just want to make a few quick announcements. So, very excitingly, I'm very excited to announce that I'm going to be playing on an SMP the day 1.21 comes out. It's going to be the Nexumcraft Season 8 SMP, which I've been a member for since the first season back in 1.15. I just never recorded or streamed on the server. But I'm going to be joining that and making some content on that SMP for the 8th season, as well as making our Let's Play Eve Evolution videos. So if you see the content for the Let's Play slow down, it's because I'm going to be doing some content on the SMP, and I'm going to have 2 major series sharing a schedule, which is pretty exciting. I also want to do a 12-hour stream once I hit 400 subscribers, so if you want to see a 12-hour stream from me, hit that subscribe button so we can get 400. We are super, super close, and I know we can do it. But anyway, that's going to be all for me today. If y'all did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!